Hello. So, was gonna start Mario and Luigi Brothership today, but my copy of the game hasn't arrived yet. It looks like it won't arrive until tomorrow. So, decided I'd play more Twilight Princess tonight, get a bit more farther in this game, and then on Saturday I'll start the the ship of brothers. And oh right, so says Yeller. Hey, Sleepless. Oh, dang. So yeah, the and I guess really, I mean that kind of works out. It works out a little better. I'm Yeah, that honestly does work out a little better because I wanted to start Brothership tonight because I was just could not wait to play it. But I mean, my copy of the game is secure. It just has to show up. Yeah, my copy of the game will arrive. It just has to show up. And starting it on Saturday means I get to play it for a whole 6 hours. Because now you have to wait to play it. That is true, but I mean, I'm really. Wait, how does he know? Wait a second. He knows that's Link? The male really does see all! Link only transformed. Link only transformed after that guy noticed him. The male does see all. Greetings, Mr. Link. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, Mr. Link. I've known that you were a werewolf this whole time. I told you. The male seals up. The male knows all. Anyway, here's a letter from Yetta. Well, it's really not. You know what? That's really nice of him to know that Link is a werewolf and not care. From wife of Yeto. I feel bad. You pay me a visit and I'm not much help. I feel better now. Husband and I sled lots now. Very much fun. Rick, you join us at Snow Peak sometime. Oh, that's nice. Glad that they can now snowboard. They can now snowboard around and enjoy giant cauldrons full of soup. Yeah, but honestly, honestly, my at first I was a little like my main thing was that I would one of my main things about playing Brothership and starting it tonight was I was a little worried that I'd be spoiled on it because from I had heard I saw some people mention that they started playing it early or that they gotten it early and started playing it. A lot of the reviewer accounts like had said that they had on Twitter and said that they'd like gotten it early and started playing it, and that it has, according to a lot of them, it's gonna have the most in-depth story a Mario and Luigi game has had, which is that's that's just very interesting. I'm very interested to see what they mean by that, if that's true and what they mean by that. So I was actually a bit worried about spoilers for this game, but after what happened yesterday and me realizing where the current trajectory of Twitter is headed, I based I've like I've privated my Twitter account and I'm just barely posting there anymore. I Sometimes I'll go on just to check. There's a couple of art accounts that are only on Twitter that I'll log back in to see how they're doing and see if they've updated anything, and I'll like their posts, but like I'm not even posting stream alerts on there anymore. It's after what's happened this week. It's I'm not real after what's happened this week. I've kind of like it's kind of hit me that this is things on this site are just going to get even worse. So now I'm just basically just mainly moved over to Blue Sky, which is already which looking now that I've done it only a day after doing it, I've already realized this was a very good idea because I'm using Blue Sky a lot less. I'm really just going on there to see like what posts people put and then like check out what art people have uploaded, so I'm using it less, but that's great. I'm not like I'm not flooded with like a trending tab full of just all these awful announcements or people screaming at each other. How's that Ilya doing, honey? I'm sure that's. Oh wait, I already read this. So yeah, now that I'm just like not really on. Oh, and he's in Hyrule, so we'll check out the lay of the land. Oh darn it, that was new. I should have. I should have actually listened to what she said. Dang it. But yeah, now that I don't have to. Now that I don't really get on Twitter, I don't have to worry about spoilers because people aren't actively jumping on Blue Sky or Discord to spoil them. People are actually like care to mention that they will spoil stuff, that they're about to spoil something there. So yeah, I'm fine with starting it a few days late. Okay, so oh, this silent guy was a yeah, the silent guy's here. Okay, well, hey, Tristerex, welcome in. I wonder, I wonder if the sacred grove that Russell. Oh wait, no, that Midna wouldn't be saying that. The text isn't blue. The sacred grove that Russell mentioned is near the mark. Okay, that might be. Yeah, that's the sacred grove I was at where I got the Miaster sword. So wait, this game is basically like like a distant sequel to Ocarina of Time. Wait, oh wait, is the Temple of Time here like a fully explorable I know that one of the dungeons is called the Temple of Time in this game. Is it like a fully explorable version of like Ocarina of Time's Temple of Time? I didn't get to eat before the stream started, so I didn't get to eat before the stream started, so I've got a whole plate of tamales off to the side. Dang, this is it. It's weird to. I know it's probably weird to say this because I haven't played a Zelda game. I haven't played a Zelda game in a long time. But honestly, one of my favorite parts in this game is becoming like the callbacks it has to Ocarina of Time. Because I haven't played Ocarina of Time since like high school. Um, all the really Oh, that's right. No werewolf changing in the middle of town. Because I haven't played Ocarina of Time since high school, all the like distant the distant references to like stuff that happened in Ocarina of Time, it does feel ancient. Because as we all know, back when I was in high school was 50 years ago. So yeah, all the references to Ocarina of Time since I last played Ocarina of Time many years ago, it feels like referencing a very distant memory. Hmm. So because you don't look a day over 28. Well, that's because physically I am 28. Physically I am 28. However, as we all know, the year 2020 was actually 10 years in a year. And living in a town living in a town full of college kid living in a town full of college kid or living in a town that's primarily focused around a university where I am not yeah, living in a town that's mainly based around the university and working at that university when I am not a student there but a full-time employee there ages me mentally by another 10 years. Seriously, I'm I'm willing to bet it whenever I do get to moving out of this town and moving out of Texas, I'll probably feel like even though I'm 28, I'll feel like many years younger, like mentally. Oh, that's right. Link is still a wolf. I just ran right up to that guy. I ran right up to that guy as Wolf Link with this with this goth gremlin on his back, and it was like, "Oh, wind." That would be an amazing way that would be an amazing way. I really wish like some movie or show did like the reveal that a character is a werewolf that casually. Just like just like characters are talking, guy walks into a room having just woken up, there's like it's like, "Oh yeah, but yeah, and by the way, I'm a werewolf," because he's just standing there in full werewolf form. Anyway, that's a big knife he's got there. It's been a while. It's been a while since we last took a walk in. It's been a while since we took a walk in the forest, huh? Yes, and how our world has changed. Oh, is that the guy Link stole a sword from? I think it is. I knew you would come. I heard of your brave acts from Telma. Sue says, borrowed without permission. Well, Link, now's a good time to give it back. I've known a circle of friends since my youth, and of late we have begun to work towards a common goal. So, let me tell you a story. Do you know about the far side of this deep gorge? Some say there's an ancient temple deep in the woods that guards a sacred power. Some sort of, I've heard stories that there's some sort of ancient sword with a blue handle that gifts its warriors with the power of the goddesses. I think that's a whole bunch of I think that's a whole bunch of malarkey, though. The ancestors of the Hylians created the temple. Signs of their civilization, ancient but very sophisticated, are everywhere. If someone could obtain the power of those ancient people, well, I'm sure it would go a long way towards saving Hyrule. I mean, where will we even go to look for such a blade like that? I'm telling you, whole thing's probably just local superstition. Yeah, yeah, I am one of the locals. I mean, yeah, I am one of the locals, but still. Link, would you take on this task? Would you cross the gorge and find the? Would you cross the gorge and prove that this sword is just fake? Yeah, carrying the sword on your back right now. Yeah, right, Link. I'm a little. How young do you think I am? Ah, well, yeah. Well, I knew you would. Cross the gorge, just use my partner here. Is he about to summon another wolf? Oh no, it's a bird. What? Okay, I thought was not expecting a golden chicken. You doubt my partner's skills, he flies like a tree, believe me. Well, you'll definitely make it across the gorge. You wait and see. Okay. I guess I gotta go up here. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I mean, we jumped across here as Wolf Link, so. But I guess he can't jump across. But, that guy is not the mailman. He wouldn't be accepting of Link's werewolf form. I should have the. Oh gosh, no, no. Never mind. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Okay, again I go. Oh yes, I did. Earlier today, I did something that will shock and horrify you. Shock and horrify you all. Something you would have never expected. Downloaded and started playing a mobile game. Hmm. There's a there's a new Where's that chicken? Yeah, let me grab that chicken again. So says, how dare. There's a new Pokemon mobile game out called Pokemon Pocket TCG. And it's the Pokemon card game. Yeah, it's a Pokemon card game, but the thing is that so there's that one. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's a Pokemon card game, but the thing is the battles are like everything's made shorter. So instead of a deck of 60 cards, you only have a deck of 20 cards. Instead of needing to beat 6 Pokemon, you only need to beat 3 Pokemon in order to win a game. So the games are a lot. So the matches are a lot shorter. And I've I have a lot of Pokemon cards. I have multiple Pokemon card decks. I've got at least two. Why did that alert not play? Hold on. Dang it! Why didn't that alert play? Oh, hold on. Okay, let me try the other one. Crash Rex says it played. Oh, that's weird. I didn't hear it. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, I have plenty of I have tons of Pokemon. I have a lot of Pokemon cards, a whole binder full of them, and like two full decks of them. I've collected a ton of them, and even made, like I said, full decks of them. But the thing is, I don't really have anyone to play the game with because I don't have anyone to play the game with just because all my I don't have any friends in my town who would be interested in playing the Pokemon card game. Ah, it's you again. So, so because of that, this is actually like the perfect. Yeah, it's really a great mobile game for me. It's honestly exactly the kind of mobile game I'd want because I can finally get to playing the actual card game, but instead of like long matches that take a lot of turns, the matches are a lot more shorter. So it doesn't take as long for me to build up. It doesn't. I don't need to collect as many cards to build up a deck. Yeah, I don't need to build up. I don't need to collect as many cards in order to build up a deck. And the matches take a lot quicker. So it says I have a Machamp deck. Currently, the deck I've only made one deck so far, just with all the cards I've gotten, and it's mainly based around Greninja. Greninja's Greninja's low. Greninja's not. I'm not sure it's one of my favorite Pokemon, but it is one of the Pokemon I really like. And the card that they included in the game, or at least the only card they've added in there so far for Greninja, its its set ability is just it's mean, but it's mean, but in a way that I like. Because that Greninja card's set ability is that, in addition to its main attack, it can just, without requiring any energy, it can just do a it can throw an attack. It can attack any of the enemy's card, any of the opposing player's Pokemon. For a small amount of 20 damage, but still, there was there have been two matches so far. There were two matches I played against someone where I would have another Pokemon on the front line that'd be kind of like slowly whittling away at the enemy's slowly whittling away at the opposing Pokemon's health. And then Greninja was just in the back line, just throwing water shurikens at the rest of their bench Pokemon. Like it takes a bit to set up because I have to evolve Froakie to its final form, but it's a mean it's a mean card. Ow. Damn. Oh, can they go in here? They can. They can go in here. Uh-oh. Well, maybe, will they? I bet they can't go under the water. Oh. They can't. Okay, good. Can they? Okay, no, they can't. I was worried for a second that they would just drop down. But yeah, I started playing I started playing that, and that's really what I've been wanting in a mobile game for some time, is like a card game, because I do like I like card games, but I don't get to I like a lot of the TCG games, and I like collecting cards for them, but I don't get to play them just because there's no one around to play with. And instead of like having to buy booster packs and collect a bunch of cards, physically collect a bunch of cards, which I mean I don't mind, I like doing that. But instead of having to do that, I could just like get 20 cards and then make a deck. Hmm. I don't think I could target them. No, okay, that don't work. There's got to be another way around here then. Nothing. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's it's a little funny just because I hadn't heard anything about that. I hadn't heard anything about that game existing until I saw some of my friends in one of the discords like mention it and say that they started playing it. Oh dear. I was actually hoping for a ladder, but you know what? This works. Can I light them on fire? I cannot light them on fire. Oh, here, let me just grab this. That works. I mean, that works. Oh, no. But I could really do some more arrows. Oh, thank you. Well, there's my answer for what to do. Okay, let me run away from these things and quickly go chase it. Quickly go find that thing. Oh, dang. Dang it. Yay. Oh, there was another thing, another thing today. I found out that there's apparently like a Lego reseller store in my town. There's like a store that like sells and then resells Legos, full Lego sets, and apparently even like individual like minifigs. So what I might do over the weekend, what I might do over the weekend is like go to that store and just see what they have available, maybe even get a Lego set. But if I do that, I'm gonna make sure to not. Gotta make sure to pick a. I'll have to really decide on I'll have to decide on like a certain time to go, because I'm willing to bet that store. If I'm willing to bet that store is probably usually filled with kids. Which I mean, it is a Lego store, so makes sense. 15. Oh gosh. I've gotten over the past couple of weeks, I've gotten the urge to build something, specifically Legos, has resurged within me. However, anytime I'm like, okay, well maybe I should go get a set, maybe I should buy a Lego set, I look online for prices and yeah, it's still very expensive. Oh wait, okay, I can go here. Okay, so it's gotta be maybe through here. So it says Legos do be crazy expensive. Like, for example, also a lot of the ones I'm really interested in are actually from, a lot of the sets I'd be really interested in nowadays are from sets that were active back when I was like, didn't really care, wasn't really interested in getting more Legos, but they're retired now when I'm actively looking for them. Like, after one of the sets I looked up, Triceratops sure are. Yeah, one of the sets I looked up was like, I had remembered that like, oh, I remember that there was like a Lego Scooby-Doo theme that was going on. I was like, well, I'm much more interested in Scooby-Doo now after watching all the movies for it. Let me see if they have maybe they have like a Lego version of the Mystery Machine. That'd be really fun, like big enough to where big enough to where it would take me a bit of time. Would take me a bit of time to build, so it'd be like very satisfying to build. But small enough to where I could just like easily keep it somewhere, easily keep it on my shelf. And I looked it up and I found out they did have. There was a Lego set. There was a whole Lego theme for Scooby Doo. That was around like 2015, 2016. But the sets are retired now. And so that Mystery Machine set does exist, but what would have been like what would have costed like about I'd say 30 maybe 30 $40 when it was originally yeah, maybe in between 20 and $40 when it was originally released. That set, excuse me. A set that now costs that would have costed like in between 20 and $40 when originally it released. On Amazon now, you can buy it on Amazon for like $230. And I mean, for that much money, why not just pay another $100 more and get the Lego yeah, if for that much money, why not pay $100 more and get that Lego Deku Tree set? That looks really nice. Triceratops says oof, and Triceratops says I want to get a Star Destroyer set. I would I would really like to build one of the really big sets. I actually oh dang. Well, no, yeah, one of the really big sets, or what I might dang it. Well, run over the really big sets, or what I might do. Yeah, I wouldn't mind building one of the really big sets, but the thing is just like, where would I keep it? I don't really have enough space to like easily keep a Lego set, and with this whole like to keep a set that big, I don't really have a place where I could easily store it. And now with me starting to make plans, with me starting to look for opportunities to move. If I'm gonna start looking for opportunities to move, then getting one of those really big sets is even getting one of those really big sets is it's even more so now not a good idea just because, well, if I get it, I'd have to move it. If I get it and do get to move, I'd have to move the thing. So what I might do is there is an alternative to this. I mean, I'm going to check out this Lego store and see oh, hey, robot, welcome in. Yeah, I'm going to go check out this Lego store and see what they might have, see if there are any sets that are like small enough to where I could like build it within an afternoon and it's not too expensive. But what I might do, and what I might do is this one professor I helped, he actually had a bunch of I found out from him that there are a bunch of custom Lego model kits. There are a bunch of custom Lego model kits are like a very common thing now. There are full websites that just have like they'll have an instruction set that you can download or buy to make one of these like custom sets, and then they'll also include like a list of pieces. They'll include like a list of pieces you need, and you just order the pieces separately from the instructions. And just a little bit of looking around there, if I'm gonna if I want to buy want to buy a Lego set, I might go look into getting that because some of the custom sets people have come up with, or some of the custom sets people have come up with are like really cool ideas. Like I saw someone had come up with an idea for a Lego for a like the Halo Warthog. Yeah, like the Halo UNSC Warthog. There are multiple ideas for that, which looked really cool. And even like the mech, the Walker mech from Helldivers. Yeah, even like the Walker mech from Helldivers. That like sort of a refrigerator on legs with two guns strapped to the side. There are set ideas for how to make that out of Legos. So yeah, if I am really interested in getting another Lego set to build, I might just go with that option. It'd definitely be cheaper than a lot of the really big sets that are like available, made officially. Dang. Where is that? Right now I'm hunting down. Right now, Link is hunting down a small child. in order to get to a mystical sacred area. Where is? Uh-oh. Nope, no. Oh, there was also, of course, also while I was looking up these, of course, also while I was looking up these custom Lego sets, did also find ideas for Warhammer 40k Lego sets, because of course I did. It's not enough that I... Apparently, even though I already have Warhammer 40k miniatures to build, I decided, well, and the whole part of the reason I got the miniatures was because part of the miniatures was to fill to fulfill my need for building stuff. Apparently, I'm just willing to go back to Legos and just look for Warhammer there as well. Oh, dang. Gosh, oh gosh. That actually, well, that reminds me, there is a, speaking of tabletop games, there's an upcoming tabletop game, like a newly released, a tabletop game that's coming, tabletop war game that's coming out, which I have my eyes on. It's currently at Kickstarter right now, and it's a series called, Trench Crusade. It's made by a bunch of, well, not a bunch, it's being made by a couple of, former... former Games Workshop employees, and the premise is really just like, what if a demonic invasion happened? What if a demonic invasion happened? What if a demonic invasion happened during the First Crusade, and now an alternate timeline has happened up to where now World War I has demons in it. I should say up front, I should definitely say up front, if you're interested in checking, if that sounds interesting enough to check out, I should warn you, it gets very macabre with some of the, it gets very macabre and grimdark with some of the miniature designs. Like, they go for the really, the series makes the demons look really gross. Well, I say that it does one of the things Warhammer 40k does, which is it makes the demons very clearly, obviously evil and disgusting, but then it also makes the devoutly faithful, or like the devout Christian analog very clearly not good, and also very clearly evil, and also very disgusting. But the reason I'm bringing it up is the premise was interesting enough to where I was like, gave it a couple dollars on Kickstarter, and it's actually doing very well on Kickstarter. Like the people who worked on the game said that, like, well, we were just like hoping to do, we're working full-time jobs, and we were just hoping to maybe do this as like kind of off thing because we really like tabletop war games, and we wanted to make a small scale one, and if we could get enough money to it, and if we could get enough money into it, we could maybe do this as a side job. But then, like, someone says, I mean, given recent events, I'm not sure those two are as different as the text would say. It's a very good point. It's a very good point. Well, actually, Sleepless, now that you bring it up, one of, like, the main the first faction they came up with was a group called the Trench Pilgrims, which is a whole bunch of, like, extremely devout Christians, not employed not hired by the church or not giving military training, not given military training and not even officially approved by the church, who are going out to fight these demons and everyone else, including the other religious factions. So, so there might be a little bit of commentary in there. But the reason I'm bringing it up, yeah, the reason I'm bringing it up is because, again, it was just like a couple of people. It was like a team of 3 or 4 people making this game. We were just like, we weren't sure how big this was gonna be, and they set their initial goal at like, I think it was 60,000, like $60,000 to work on this to make to make a starting group of like a bunch to make like a good starting group of miniatures, but not too many, like enough they could afford to make. Um, Let me check. I think the campaign. Hold on. I think the campaign right now. It's only got a few days to go. Yeah, it's only got 4 days to go. So yeah, okay. Here's actually, you know what? Here's a great way of summing up the tone of this game, or the tone of this team working on this. So Trench Crusade's original goal was set at $66,666. So 66666, the number of the devil. That was their initial goal. They've already passed they've already passed $2 million. Which even if you're not interested in even if you're not interested in the game, and I can understand, it's a very niche sort of like war game, especially given like the theming for it. But even if it's not interesting, the fact that it's like it's a small team of only like a few people, and they've already made that much money on this. That's really great to see. That's really great to see. Like, even if I wasn't interested in this game, this would be very interesting to see. Or even if this wasn't interested in this game, I'd be very glad to see this happen. Very glad to see like a small team making that much money. Brasher Carey says it's only a side job law. No, that's the thing. After they broke 1 million, the guy in charge of the Kickstarter was like, so we set like the guy in charge of the Kickstarter was like, so we set like no, like we set like maybe a couple of extension goals. Y'all broke past them within like a week or so. Um, we we thought, just like the guys the community net was like very thankful and being like, we did not think this would get this much money. Now they did say like for right now they're gonna really only for right now to start off they're gonna keep it as just still a side job because they don't because the person the people running the Kickstarter were like, we know it's a very common thing for Kickstarters if they earn more than their initial amount of money. If Kickstarters earn more than their initial amount of money, there's a good chance that they might like start promising even more stretch goals, and then they have to use all those money. The money that was given to make the campaign a success will go towards promising those stretch goals, and that'll just mean that like the people who paid for this don't get the full delivered product. So it's basically just like they're just like, we're gonna keep all our stretch goals. We're not gonna add any more extra stretch goals. We've got enough, plenty. Where is this guy? Oh, he's up there. Okay, I see him now. However, so there's 2 really nice other things about this Kickstarter. One is that there's 2 other really nice things about this Kickstarter. One is that as part of the Kickstarter, they actually made it so they set things up with the Kickstarter where you can actually like order individual miniatures they've already made or plan on making. You can order individual miniatures or even full-on warbands. So you can just go ahead and, as part of like, even if you're not able to give like a bunch of even if you're not able to give a bunch of money and are only able to give a little bit of money, like I was able to, you can order, like you can attach things to basically ask for. Okay, I'm only able to give this basic amount of money, but I also want like this specific miniature and that specific miniature. Which is of course a really nice thing. But in addition to that, one other thing, and this is This is kind of where I'm going with it. This is kind of where I'm going this. Another thing is they mentioned in the Kickstarter, like, we are completely open to like third-party people making third-party miniatures. Or like making their own miniatures, kit bashing miniatures, making third-party miniatures. We're completely open to that. They basically, like, the rule book they made is like, you can get a physical rule book, or we have it available as a digital version that you could just like just open up on a web page. No, I'm gonna have to go fight. I'm gonna do this fight again. And there's like they mentioned, like, we also have stat blocks for all the characters, so you can just like take whatever you want and just make your own miniature, your own Trench Crusade miniatures without even needing to buy the official ones if you don't want to. Which, I'm willing to bet I'm willing to bet that is probably a big reason why people are so willing to, people have given so much money towards this campaign, because after having to deal with with Games Workshop, after having to deal with games, if you make any fan content, we will hunt. If you make any fan content, we will hunt you down. We will not hunt you down. We will try to get it taken down. Workshop. Really nice to have a thematically similar war game that's like, make your own miniatures. Make your own miniatures. Make whatever you want. We don't care. Here's a set of rules in case you want to like use them in the game. So, what I might do is, instead of like what I might actually do is, and even though I like supported the Kickstarter, I actually didn't order any of the official miniatures. Because what I might do is, I've wanted to kit bash miniatures for some time. Because from all the Warhammer miniatures, I have a bunch of parts left over from all the Warhammer miniatures. Because a lot of the Warhammer miniatures I make, they come with extra options for like the heads and arms for you to use, so that you can like really make your own whatever team you want. So what I might do is, when I get the money for it, of course, I have to be careful. I have to be careful when ordering miniatures. But what I might do is, when I get the money together, like, order a couple extra sets and then of Warhammer, and kit bash together some Trench Crusade miniatures. Oh dear. Which, that reminds me, there's another upcoming tabletop war game I'm pretty interested in, because it was announced, I think, December of last year, that there's a Halo tabletop game. Yeah, there's like a Halo tabletop game coming out. Sadly, it's not a Halo tabletop RPG. I would freaking love if there was a Halo. I would love if there was like someone made a Halo tabletop RPG. I don't even know how you do that. Like, I don't even know how you do that, but that would be fun to see. Because Wargame makes a lot more sense for what Halo is. But still, yeah, Halo. Getting to buying and like painting like Halo into Elite or Spartan and Elite miniatures sounds really nice. I think. Oh gosh. Oh no, no, stay wait. Oh damn. And there's also another there's another tabletop game with miniatures that I think this is actually on my I think this is on my throne list, because I've been interested in this one for some time. There's a tabletop board game for well, there's two other tabletop games based off of video games that I'm interested in. One is, there's a tabletop board game for Resident Evil. And it comes with miniatures of, I think it's specifically based on like the Resident Evil 2 remake. So I believe it comes with miniatures of like the different Resident Evil monsters, and I believe Leon and Claire, and then maybe like maybe also Ada. And I mean, if I get that, I would absolutely be painting the miniatures for that game. I'd absolutely be interested in painting the miniatures for that game. But if I do ever get that board game, if I ever get that board game, which I'm not sure. If I did, it probably won't be it wouldn't be for some time, for a long time, just because there's a lot of other things I need to get first. But if I did get that board game, I might stream a game of it because one of the reasons I was interested in it is because it's a board game that's playable for one player. And I mean, most board games work best when played with multiple people, but just because I mean, just as I said earlier, because the situation I'm in where most of my friends live out of town. And there's no one, and it'd be very difficult for me to get anyone together to play a board game with me. Really, the only person I've been able to play board games with is Bullstrong. Well, y'all know Bullstrong. He's one of the mods here. Because sometimes he and I are able to meet up and are able to meet up in person, and we go to a we go to the closest board game store. Just like he'll bring a bunch of board games, and he'll bring a bunch of board games, or I'll bring a bunch of board games, and we'll just play them. That works. So yeah, there's that one. There's also, hey, that was fun. I'll tell you what. I'll let you do a secret place. Thanks. So there's that one. There's also, as I found out, there's apparently there's a Fallout tabletop war game, which that would be close. If I were to get the miniatures for that, I'd probably be just like get those miniatures to paint them. Probably not to probably not to play the war game itself. Wait, is it these guys again? Oh no, do I need to sell them? Discount Jim says hello, Brockheiser and chat. Speaking of a sacred ancient forest, so this is what they were talking. So this is what they were talking about. Hello, Discount Jim says hello, Brockheiser and chat. Speaking of Kickstarter tabletop war games, I'm excited for a new BattleTech Mercenaries box set that's coming out this month. I would, if I had the money, Discount Jim. I haven't played BattleTech, but if I had the money, I would probably buy BattleTech miniatures because I mean it's miniatures of mechs. Of course, of course, I'd be interested in that. Ratchet Carey says, "Ever play Legendary? It's a Marvel board game. I actually have the Legendary. Yeah, I have the Legendary card game right next to me. It is there's a shelf right next to me. And it is there. That's one of those board games that I got. Well, that's one of those games I got because it's able to be played with it's able to be played for only one person. Yeah, it's able to be set up and played with only one person. So there are some days where I'll pull it out and I'll just play a game of it. Play a game of it by myself. And then I don't know. Actually, I mentioned this on stream a lot, but I'm not sure how many of the people currently watching know this. I did actually back when I was in college doing game design. I actually did make a prototype for a board game, and I still have that prototype. And in fact, and honestly, if I was interested in entering board game design, if I was interested in developing board games, I'm I would probably pursue like making this prototype into a full on board game. The 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 game idea was like oh, I just need to go here. Yeah, the game idea was called it was named it was designed because for one of the semesters of game development. One of the projects we had to do on the side, one of the projects we had to do was like most of the time in video games, most of the time when studying video game design in college, the main thing you make is video games. You have like by the end of the semester, make make a playable build of a video game. The And it always ends up being very rough. Making a it's it always ends up being very rough. But the best but then one semester we were told to, in addition to making the video game, make a board game spin-off of our video game idea. And really, that board game prototype that I ended up making as part of a team it's the most complete project I worked on while I was in college, while I was studying game design in college. Hey guys, just passing through. The the way I describe it is, oh yeah, here's the Master Sword resting place again, but strike, okay. Well, there goes my sword, or not. Hmm. But the way I describe this board game, West of Nowhere, the way it played is, um, so think a board game for Monster Hunter, where your characters started out in a hub world, and they would actually explore out around an area. They would explore out around an area and hunt monsters, and bring them, and then bring the monsters pelts, or like bring the monsters trophies back into town for wealth and like renown. So slightly similar to Monster Hunter. However, we also, when developed the team that I made this with, we included like a PvP. We included a PvP element to it. Like players could actually steal stuff from other players could steal stuff or attack other players. So, and there was a class system, like each player played a different class. So, yeah, this board game we made, and this is why I'd be why if I developed this is why I'd be in if I did develop this into a full why would be interested in developing this into a full board game if I wanted to do board game design. The board game we made, West of Nowhere, is basically Monster Hunter if it had the backstabbing of Mario Party. When we tried it out, games quickly devolved into just people constantly attacking each other while fighting monsters. So yeah, Cowboy Monster Hunter, but with the backstabbing of Mario Party. Or what says, I always found how the Twilight Princess got dropped in funny. It is. I didn't. You know what? You are right. They just kind of get. They just get kind of. Yeah, they just get kind of They just get kind of like dropped down here. Rashi Carey says, I don't have a lot of. Or what says, because they're literally just falling out of that portal. Makes you wonder if they're even like. Makes you wonder if like instead of Zant having like a specific area like a specific room, or like an area where he projects the other portal from. Maybe what he does is he just like walks out around the realm of Twilight. He sees some of the Twilight monsters walking around. And he just like portal, just like opens a portal up right below their feet. Brad Karen says, I don't have a lot of board games, want to, but I'm a big fan of card games. I have most of the Munchkin decks. I think I'm missing 3 decks. Oh no. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. There's a lot of board games and card games I'd want to own. Oh no. Excuse me. I have only a few. I don't have that many board games. I only have a few. Yeah, I only have a few of them. I only have a few board games, but I have a ton of cards from different card games, like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and the Pokemon TCG. I have a bunch of so I have a few board games, but and a lot of cards from different card games. But I would absolutely buy more board games if I could like. I would absolutely buy more board games if I could play them more often. Yeah, if I could play them more often, I would get a bunch more board games. Because like the ones I'm most interested in buying now are like games that I can play, board games that I can play by myself. Just because of like I said, I can't really. There's not really a lot of people around me that I can play board games with. I think. Oh shoot! Oh boy, time for time travel. This really is like Ocarina of Time. Wait, so this really is just like Ocarina of Time's Temple of Time, but it's a fully explorable dungeon. That is a really cool idea. Okay, not able to do anything there. Hmm. Nope. Oh, I get it. The statue resem the statue resembles an owl because of that one owl from Ocarina of Time that kept talking to you. They kept talking to Link. Hmm. Oh, so if you didn't see the notice, I made when I said that the stream was starting. So this today I was originally going to play Mario and Luigi Brothership, but while I did order a copy of the game. That copy of the game it hasn't arrived yet. It's not going to reach me until tomorrow. So instead, I decided to just play more Twilight Princess tonight, and then just Saturday. Brothership will get the big Saturday stream. So tune in on Saturday so we can see what the tune in on Saturday for a big stream of Mario and Luigi Brothership. The heck? What? Have they been following me the entire time? Well, I just go in here, I guess. Also, also, just have to mention this. If you're in the Discord, I posted a Well, that was a music change. If you're in the Discord, I made a form that if y'all could take the time to fill out, because just to let y'all know about some big stuff that's happening. Well, after what happened with the presidential election, um, I want to. I've already like. I feel like I've been pretty clear that like this is a place, a safe space for people from any marginalized group, whether you be like whether it be like people from people from any ethnicity that's not white, uh, people of any gender, and like anyone people from any gender, sexual orientation, and every ethnicity. I've felt I've made it pretty clear that I'm accepting of everyone here. But with what happened, the election, just I feel like having a place that's a place that everyone from those marginalized groups can feel safe is very important. So I made a full set of rules in Discord and for the Twitch channel, just laying out explicitly that like homophobia, transphobia, misogyny, racism, those are not tolerated here. And then I made I made this form first of all, just to ask like if there are any ways y'all think I could be more inclusive. If there are any ways y'all think I could be more inclusive, what those ways are, and to let me know. Like if there's anything I need, like if there's anything I've been, anything I need to change in order to be better, and to make this more of a safe space. Like, please let me know in that form. The other, oh, the other part of it is that I mentioned this a few days. Uh, I found this out on like Tuesday that I'm going to be moving to a different area at my workplace. I'm going to be moving to a different area with a new boss. Now, that new area is just moving to a different building. So, and I knew that was going to happen, so that's not a problem. The problem is that this new boss I'm going to have, that they're I found out there's someone who doesn't like their employees working remotely, but they really love generative AI. Like when I contacted this person, I'm like, "Hey, is there anything I need to know before starting here?" There was like, "What?" I was like, "Is it okay if I work remotely on Thursdays? Because that's what I've been doing." They said, "No, no, no, we don't like remote days here. But if you need to learn any of the generative AIs, any of them, like this is the place to be." And that combined with some other things I already knew about the guy, I already knew about the this person, kind of makes me feel like I'm not going to enjoy working under them. So I mean I'm gonna hope that things will work out, but it's just there's already plenty of signs that there's already plenty of signs that me working under them, I'm not gonna enjoy working under them. And if that's the case, and if it gets bad enough to where I'm gonna need to find a different job, then at that point I might as well do what I've wanted to do for a long time, which is move out of Texas and move to a different state, or maybe in a different country to get to find a new and work at a different job there. So going back to the form and what this is all going back to, in order to move out of here, in order to move out of Texas, I'm going to need to save up money in order so that I can afford moving. But just on my what my current paycheck is and like the bills I have to pay, I'm not able to afford doing that. I haven't been able to afford saving up any sort of money for a year, almost 2 years now. So the easiest answer there is like, oh, bring back donation goals into the channel, and like bring back donation goals into the channel and create incentives so that I can like incentivize donating again, and then use the money from streams to like save up the money from streams and use that to afford moving. But if I'm gonna do that, and if I'm gonna do that and bring back donation goals, I want to make sure that it's donation goals that y'all want to that it's goals y'all want to see. So that's the other part of this form. Is just if I do is just what streams would y'all be interested in seeing? What streams would y'all be interested in seeing, and what streams would y'all donate towards? So if you get the chance, it's in the announcements channel in the Discord server, and if you get the chance, please just take the time to fill that out so I can have the answers to these questions. It's only about 4 questions. It's not that long, and it's anonymous. So I won't know if you don't want me to know specifically who's writing this. I won't, or you won't don't want to know who's specifically giving the answer, answering with what answering the some of the questions. I won't. I mean, unless you like tell me in your answer that it's you. Hey, Link, don't you think there's something odd about that statue? In the Grove and in the temple entry, there are always matching ones on each side, but there's only one here. Why don't you use your senses to take a look around? They are pretty interesting looking statues. It also has tiny statues. It is it is a little funny how in a lot of Zelda games all the switches used to operate these facilities are found on the floor. I mean, it's a great way. I mean, it's a great way to keep out intruders. It's a great way to keep out intruders who aren't that intelligent, or a great way to keep out monsters who may not be that intelligent, if they don't realize that they need to actually just leave something on top of it, or they need to leave something on top of this floor switch in order to open the door. Open the door. But it's still a little funny.
But it moved so fast. Alas, this is it. This is where I've been trying to get to. The ancient technology of our people sleeps in this place. We searched all over, and now we're so close I can smell it. Once we find that thing, we can go home at last. Oh, gracious, yes. That young man. Yeah, that Link. Link! We're so close, so please help us find what we're looking for.
I mean, they do still creep me out, but they did help. They did help Link. They did help me explore these temples. So, oh, I need some sort of key here. All right. Hmm. All right. Let me get. Let me use my wolf senses, like Minna said. Wolves are exception, as we all know, werewolves are exceptionally good, knowing the proper placement of architecture. It's not very. It's a hidden fact, but there are suspicions or theories out there that many of great history's greatest architects and statue designers were secretly werewolves. I knew it. There's one more here originally. Good thing you Good thing your wolf senses can smell time displacement. We need to find the other statue of this temple that matches that one. Wait, let me try it. Oh wait, I probably need to find. Okay, I need to change back into Wolf Link. I need to change back into Wonk and find this. I mean, I feel like it'd be. Okay, no, not out there. Yeah, I feel like it would be under here. Well, can we... Can't move that one, so... Yeah, the only thing here is this big bell. I guess change my... Oh, wait, maybe I can hit this with the, Nope. Okay, I'll go... here, then. Take another look at this bell. Okay, there's gotta be something I can do with that bell. Or at least, I think it's a bell? Kinda looks like one. Wait, can I just go through that door? I thought... Oh, wait. I thought I needed to, like, find something too. Nope, no, okay. I do need to find this statue in order to open this door. None of my... No, none of my items will... get that, so... I feel like it's gotta be under there. Well, let me just keep looking around. Oh, you know what? I might need... Okay, I probably need to light these torches here. Right there. Okay, so that's how I find this statue. I need to go the opposite direction. That is a very well animated spider. I don't like it. Yes, that is a very well animated spider. I don't like it. Okay, I probably need to place something there. Okay, I see what I need to do. There. I can't really. I've been talking about all these different like miniatures I'd like to get, and all these different from all these different games. And really, what I might, before I could even think of getting other miniatures, what I'd probably need to do is get an entirely new shelf, like those shelves, like the shelves I keep my video games on, just an entirely new set of shelves, just to only hold miniatures and figures. It's the same reason why I don't get. Well, I mean, it's the same similar reason why I don't get many. I don't get really many anime figures besides like model kits. Just because I don't. Well, they cost a lot, and I don't really have the room to store them. But if I did have the money and the room, if I did have the money and did have the money in the room, you'd probably see this like half of this room filled with them. No, no, can't. Oh, there. No. Okay, in that case. Move a little over to the side. There. Well, that just... Oh, I know. Okay, maybe I know. I think I know what I need to do. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to be alternating gates. Oh. It's one of those dino guys. Oh, dang. Oh, there. Gotcha. Oh, damn it. There, gotcha. Hello. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. It's a lot less friendly than I thought. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what I need to do. Oh, gosh. Okay, so those things are very dangerous. Please be a piece of heart. Oh. Okay, it's the map. Well, the map is very... Yeah, I do need the map, so... Definitely need the map, so that is worth it. Oh gosh, it's more the bats. Well... That's one of these. What if this had the piece of heart in it? I mean, it would. It definitely wouldn't. Yeah, definitely wouldn't. The pieces of the heart are only in the big treasure chest, but it would be a little funny if they were in there. If one of them was in there after I'd thought the first chest had it. Ah, good. Okay. There looks to be. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check my map here. There's a big. Hmm. There's a lot of floors to this place. Which, really, that just makes it more impressive that they took. That just makes it more impressive that they took what was, in Ocarina of Time, just like 2 rooms, and made it into this giant, multi-floor dungeon. Oh, gosh. That's a lot of spiders. Why does this temple have such a have such a big spider problem? Hmm. Dang. They I said like before how I said before how I would love to get that Legend of Zelda, that Lego set for the Legend, like the Deku Tree Lego set for Legend of Zelda. And I mean I would, but but it's so big and so expensive. There's no way I could get it. What I'd really like is if they announced like if they were to announce another set that's like a lot shorter, a lot smaller, and a lot cheaper. Like maybe like a Lego set based off like one of the Guardians from Breath of the Wild, where you could like build one of a Lego version of one of those Guardians, or even like a. I'm not sure what specifically like which dungeons they'd have, but maybe a Lego version of like one of the rooms from one of the Zelda dungeons. Hmm. All right. Well, let me keep checking around here. Uh oh. Oh gosh. I see they brought back the statues from the Goron mines. Dang. Well, I better not destroy. Hmm. I better be a bit more careful about destroying pots, because I mean, this area, I actually need them. Didn't I kill you? I guess not. There. Hmm. Oh my gosh, Oh my god, the spinner finally gets to be used again! It's finally useful again! For that, for that one section. After just an entire dungeon of not using it. After an entire dungeon of not using it. And all the build up to that dungeon where I didn't use it. Glad to see that the ancient Hylians who built this temple had an appreciation for Beyblades. Great, I'm having to be around all the spiders. Can I use this to destroy them? Uh oh. I can use this to destroy them. Hooray! Now this is the preferred way I like of it. Now this would actually be a preferred way of dealing with any spiders I found. Just riding atop a giant top and just barreling into them at high speed. And I'm being sincere about that. I don't care how small they are. I don't care how small they are. I see any spider in my house. It is dying. It is dying. I'm pretty sure I need to destroy all of the ones here. I'm also willing to bet that the game wants me to do this part with the bow. So spiders can live in my place as long as they don't make their presence known to me. That's you know what, Sleepless. That's a great way of putting it. Spiders are free to live in my home as long as I never see them. Oh, and as long as they don't. Well, I mean, they have to put their webs somewhere because it's spiders. But as long as they put their webs in an area where I won't see it. Because if I do, I'm taking. If I do, I'm just. If I do see a spider making a web in my house, well, I'm getting rid of that web. They they don't pay the rent for they don't pay the rent for this place, so they don't get to dirty up my house. They don't pay the rent for this place. Hmm. I gotta say. So Lisa, did I tell you about the spider that tried to web up my front door last year? Like your entire front door? Hmm. So this is yeah. No, I hadn't heard about this. No, damn. Hmm. There. Yeah, I'll just do this to get rid of these remaining ones. Is that all of them? Okay, that's all of them. Yay. This has got to be what I need. Well, maybe not. No. Maybe I need to take this out here. Let me take a look around. Alright, yeah, that hasn't been reactivated. Hmm. Okay, I think I need to drop this on there in order to, open that door and release that Poe. But... I'll just bring it back in here, just in case I need it. I need to continue... in order to continue up. Wait, let me try... No. Hmm. Alright, back up here. This might... I wonder if I can set this down to just block these. No, I need a key for that, so... Yeah, I need a key for there. Let me try moving it up again. Yeah, I'll try moving it up again. Hmm. Hmm. Can I move it some more? Nope. Okay, can't move it some more. Let me set you down to the side. So it's got to be on the first floor that I need this. Or... Ow. Let me check around here. Okay, there's another one of these here. Ow. I'll just throw that down to the lower floor. Oh, gosh dang it. Okay, I did need both of them. Ah. Yeah, I needed both of them. Damn it. So I found the one that would took me longer to get. I found that one first, and I just threw away the one that would take me a shorter time to get. I just set that right here. And I guess let me go down again so I threw that. Ow. Ow. Let me try going. And make sure this is the right. No, I think this is going up, so this is not the right direction. Yeah, okay. Need to push it back down. Yeah. No, keep pushing. There we go. All right, let me grab that one I threw down here. Where? Okay, there you are. Well, I hope you got a nice fall, but we get a nice fall, but it's winter. It's almost winter time now, so you need to come back. Gosh dang it. Hmm. 8. Okay. Set it down, not throw it. Not throw it down. Set it down. And now let me move it up. And now I can use this. And hopefully to avoid these things. Ugh. Yay. Can he jump up there? I'm not sure you can actually get up there. Oh, I see. Okay, I need to place this on there while Link is standing on here. No. A little bit farther. That's better. You know what? Let me go ahead and save here. You know, I'll take a short break before entering this room. I'll be right back in just a little bit. MG McFly, thank you for the raid. And welcome to all raiders. Wait, let me just, I just say, so let me go through this door and see what's in here. Oh, it's 2 of the angry statues. Yeah, 2 of the angry statues. Also, space is back there, so... Uh-oh. Okay, let me start. Yeah, I can move fast enough around them. I can actually start cutting them apart before they activate. I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, that's probably a key. So if you're just coming into the stream, I was going to start Mario and Luigi Brothership tonight. However, my copy of the game didn't arrive today. It's taking a little bit more time to get here. So instead, I'm playing more Twilight Princess tonight, and I'll be starting Brothership on Saturday. Oh, yeah. So yeah, just playing more Twilight Princess tonight, and then Brothership's gonna get the big Saturday stream. I'm gonna start Brothership on the big Saturday stream. Okay, I can now. Oh gosh. Ow. Come on, come on. Oh no, that's the wrong direction again. I need to go the other way. I need to go all the way up. Come on, keep pushing, Link. Keep pushing. Oh, or not. Oh no! Don't fall down from there. Oh, maybe. Okay, maybe I need to go back here. Maybe down one. All right. Yeah, I guess I need. Okay, I need. Now let me go through this door. No, don't headbutt the chains. Open up the lock. Well, it's shiny, so let me hit it. Yep, there we go. Zelda taught me a very important lesson in that if something is shiny, hit it. And good idea to just go ahead and destroy these things' eyes before they notice me. Oh, I see what I have to do. Now I'm gonna have to deal with that one. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. You know, we were talking about Legos earlier, and I'm not there. There is that whole Lego Horizon Zero Dawn game coming out. I'm not, and I would question. I would be like a lot of people. I would question why that game exists, or why it's they're designed to make like a Lego, I guess, adaptation or Lego remake or adaptation of Horizon Zero Dawn, because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I don't think I can really make fun of it because the thought has occurred to me that if they had announced like Lego Fallout or like Lego Resident Evil, like one of the series I really like, just made a Lego version of it. Yeah, like they made a Lego game. They make a Lego game out of one of the video game series I really like. I would still be questioning it why that exists, but I probably would buy it just out of curiosity. I probably would buy it out of like curiosity, like what does Lego Fallout or what would Lego Fallout or Lego Resident Evil or well, they would never do Resident Evil. That's too hard. That's too horror. Um, Lego Fallout or like Lego. Well, I would say my next idea was Metal Gear Solid, but even that's a lot of subject matter in those games isn't for some of the subject matter in those games it wouldn't be for kids. What other PlayStation franchises could they make a Lego adaptation of? Probably not God of War, because well, the I'm sure I don't know how much gore is in the newer God of War games, or like how much it shows like so says Lego Last of Us. That would be fun. You know what? I would play Lego Last of Us. I have no. I'd say so because it would piss off so many people. You're right. It would be another remake. It would be another remake of Last of Us. I said I don't really have any. I have like no interest in Last of Us 1 or 2. Like no interest at all. It just doesn't interest me. But I would pro I would be interested in playing like Lego Last of Us. And like I said, Lego Resident Evil, Lego Fallout would definitely play those. Even Sky Rex's Final Fantasy. I would actually love if Lego Final Fantasy got announced. If Lego Final Fantasy got announced, it would be added to the first fantasy list. Because that just raises so many questions. Would they adapt? Would they make a Lego adaptation of a previous Final Fantasy game? Would they make an entirely new Final Fantasy game, but it's in Lego? Maybe that's what that long rumored Final Fantasy IX remake is. That's the Final Fantasy IX remake. That's what it is. It's all in Lego form. It plays It plays exactly like Final Fantasy IX. It plays exactly like Final Fantasy IX. Still a turn-based RPG. Still is the same story about how war. Still is the same story about how war is bad and abusive parent and the evils of the and how abusive parenting can lead to a genocidal war. But instead of like PS1 graphics, it's animated in a Lego graphic style. I would play that. So there's one that I actually want though is Lego Infamous. Yeah, that actually would be good. Because that actually is not too far fetched. Because there have been official like Lego video games like Lego City Undercover that are like open world games. So, speaking of Infamous, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, speaking of Infamous, I'll tell you right now. One game I'm gonna definitely get to before the end of the year is Infamous. I want to beat at least one, if not two more, of the games from People's Choice before the end of the year. And so I'm currently trying to figure out schedule. Currently trying to figure out schedule so I can definitely beat Infamous and either Trials of Mana or because I haven't been able to get a PS5 yet, I went ahead and just got the PC version of Returnal because it was on sale. So definitely gonna try to get to beat Infamous before the end of the year. And I'm either gonna try to beat Trials of Mana or start Returnal and just go fully play through Returnal before the end of the year. Slip says, how cool would Lego Ratchet and Clank be? That, yeah, that would be Lego Ratchet. The more I think about it, Sleepless, the more Lego Ratchet and Clank sounds like like an actually great idea to me. Because we don't. I have no idea. I have no idea if like Lego Horizon Zero Dawn, if it's just like it plays like the like open world Horizon Zero Dawn, just with everything looks like Lego characters, or if it has the whole more like simple gameplay, the more like simple gameplay of the more simple gameplay of like with filled with puzzles and like puzzles and like a kind of rudimentary action system. Damn it, action system like in other or like in other Zelda games. But Ratchet and Clank Lego could be really cool because what you could effectively do there is like make Lego Star Wars the complete saga. Like basically take basically take all the older Ratchet and Clank games, and like have players go through like the greatest hits of like those levels from like the entire series. It could be like an entire Ratchet and Clank collection in a game. Sleeper says, but also apparently Lego Horizon is not just a simple retelling of Horizon Zero Dawn. What the fuck? What when I thought when I started playing all these reimaginings, when I started playing all these reimaginings of famous or popular video games with like Final Fantasy VII remake, the Resident Evil remakes, and eventually maybe if I get to it the Silent Hill remake. When I started playing more of these, I did not expect that this would Lego would be the direction they would take some of these reimaginings in. It's not. I'm not saying it's not an unwelcome version of the reimagining. I just did not expect it. Tristag says Crash Bandicoot Lego could be fun. Could be pretty fun. Well, really, actually, if you're to make Lego Crash Bandicoot, then what I would just do is, yeah, if I were to, this is just speaking like I guess this is me speaking from perspective like if I were to be handling the Lego, if like if I was asked to make a Lego Crash Bandicoot game, you know what? If I asked or if I was on a team to make a Lego Crash Bandicoot game, what I would basically do is just make a new Crash Bandicoot game and then make it look like Lego. Just 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 say like, "Oh yeah, we'll make a Lego we'll make a Lego version of Crash Bandicoot." No, sure, no problem. And then just basically make a brand new Crash Bandicoot game, but it looks Lego for some reason. Slim says, I think the biggest surprise this year is that the Silent Hill 2 remake isn't a travesty, to be honest. Yeah, I was, I had seen so many people that were expecting that game to be dead on arrival. I was seeing so many people that are just expecting that to be dead on arrival, but the fact that it's like, basically, what's the team names? Bloober Teams? The fact that it's like Bloober Teams almost redemption game. And like and according to like representatives from the company, they've even said like, we realized we messed up when making some of our games in the past. We're going to try to do better now. It's pretty nice to see. It's a. It's also a lot. It's nice to see to have another case of like similar to that one studio that went from making the awful Rambo rail shooter to making like Terminator Resistance and RoboCop Rogue City. That like, if Bloober Team learning from this and if they keep this up, that means we have. Yeah, if Bloober Team truly learns from this and keeps up this level of quality, then we could have like a major horror developing studio, like a major AAA studio developing horror games. Because they've already announced like their next game is going to be a survival horror, like a third person survival horror game. You know what? Let me get out the bomb arrows. Slim says, granted, I don't think people are willing to trust Bloober since Silent Hill remake had a blueprint to help them stay on track. They need to do a fresh thing that is on their own and on the par to earn trust. Yeah, from what I've heard, a big reason Silent Hill 2 remake did so well or was so well is because yeah, the Bloober team had a lot of from what I've heard, Bloober team had a lot of consultants. A lot of consultants, people who'd worked on Silent Hill games in the past, or like people who'd worked on like the older Silent Hill games, or people who'd like really knew the older Silent Hills very well. And they had these people as consultants to help them learn, to help them help them properly make the game properly. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with getting expertise when you want to make a product better. No, that's absolutely true. Yeah, hopefully Bloober Team does learn from working on this game, and then like their next whatever that third person what was it called? Oh, I'm gonna look it up. Chronos: The New Dawn. That's what it is. So yeah, hopefully that new game is hopefully that new game has taken some of the lessons they learned from developing this, and has been and is pretty good. Because if it is good, then that means that something I was talking about in previous weeks, if that Chronos: The New Dawn game is good, that means we finally have a new a new good a new good or excuse me, a new survival horror slash a new survival horror IP, I guess I'd say, out there. Because I mean, things have been pretty good with horror games. Things have been pretty good with horror games, but on the major on like the large company side, for like what large companies have been doing, it's really just been mainly remakes. And we did get like the Callisto Protocol, but from what I've heard, that game was, I mean, that Callisto Protocol was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Dead Space, and from what I've heard, that game was over like that game was a bit disappointing to people who were interested in it. Haven't played it though, so I don't know. I just this is just what I've heard. Oh yay, more arrows. But I can't use it, can I? No, it won't. Oh my gosh. Kind of like how before the previous dungeon I went and got a before the previous dungeon I went and got a bunch of the bottles. I might need to, before the next dungeon, take a go on a sidetrack to find out how to upgrade my wallet. Let me stop for a second here, huh? It really is like it really does look like an old temple, except that it's filled with spiders. Oh. Yay. God damn it. I should have seen that coming. Can I just climb up here? Yeah, I can just climb up here. Reminds me. So I will. I mentioned this. I will make plans to stream the Game Awards when that comes out. Basically, just watch the Game Awards on stream, because it happens on December 12th, and that's one of the days I usually stream. What I'm probably gonna do for that though is what I'll probably do for that is I'll probably, like, instead of just showing like the Game Awards here, I'll probably like show the screen of one of my monitors, and then just I'll have a big window with the Game Awards playing, and then like a smaller window to the side will just have me probably drawing sprite art. And then just if it gets to like a really uninteresting part of the Game Awards, I'll also just like, if it gets to like, I don't know, a whole bunch of like ads or unfunny segments in the Game Awards, I'll just like increase the size of the sprite art, and then like decrease the size of the other window. It'll be a combo art stream and watching a game showcase stream. as a and really, if Nintendo ever if at this point, I'm guessing if Nintendo is still planning on announcing with the Switch successor, whereas or as we've or as y'all have named it, the Switch, the Super Switch, and the Switchblade. Every time y'all come up with a new name for the Switch successor, I'm gonna until that thing is announced, its official name is announced. And every time y'all come up with a new name for the Switch successor, I will just list out the full list of names y'all have come up with. So yeah, until the Switch, Super Switch slash Super Switch slash Switchblade slash Switcheroo. Thank you, Sleepless. Thank you for reminding me of that one. On if they are still planning on announcing that before the end of the year, and if they don't announce it at the Game Awards, whatever presentation they do out where they do mention that thing, I'll probably watch it on stream. Because out of the, because I mean, I already know. I am very like they could really just we kind of know a lot of the game. We kind of already know a lot of the games that'll be releasing on it. Because I mean, it's got to be like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. They announced that they confirmed earlier this week in that message that like all these games currently on Switch will release on it. So that means games like Mario and Luigi Brothers ship and those Echoes of Wisdom stabbed it right in the hip. Now games like Mario and Luigi Brothers ship and Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, those will not be launch games, but they'll at least release like right before the thing launches. So close, and they'll be compatible with it. So close enough. But so we know. So it says, I mean, current content will run on it. So Xenoblade Chronicles X, Brothership, Metroid Prime 4, etc. will all run with boosts on it. Yeah, and it'll probably be like some time before Nintendo announces some exclusives. I'm assuming. Well, I say that, but they might announce it with some exclusives right off the bat. But I'm not sure what exclusive they would announce it for it. They've done everything people would want, everything people have been asking for. They've kind of released something for, like a new Mario Party. That's like that. Well, a new Mario Party that's been a really good Mario Party. They released that this year. New Mario and Luigi game, remake of Thousand Year Door re-release, Mario RPG, Mario RPG, new Metroid game. So there's new Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE. Do it, Nintendo, you cowards. Fuck, you know what? I know what they're gonna announce. I know what they're gonna announce as a launch game. I've been asking for a new Kid Icarus game in the style of Kid Icarus Uprising for years now. Watch. That's gonna be one of the Switch successor launch games. I'll have to I'm gonna I'll buy and I would buy the Switch successor just for that. That's how much I love Kid Icarus Uprising. Sleep says Baldur's Gate 3, day one Switch launch. That would be pretty awesome, yeah. If that happens and if it's a good version, maybe that's the version I should use for Baldur's Gate 3. Now, you might look at all these death traps here of like these rolling spikes. You might look at all these death traps here of these rolling spikes and these guillotines, and you might think back to my words of like, huh, earlier I said, huh, this does really look like a temple, like a full-on temple. Or this does look like a really nicely designed temple. And you're thinking, bro, what kind of temple has these things in it? To which I say, clearly, you've never been to a medieval Catholic church, a Catholic church designed in the medieval era. Now, now, of course, I'm joking. They don't include torture. Well, to my knowledge, there aren't any churches that include torture implements, but there are Catholic churches that show the after effects. I believe that there's like a couple of cathedrals. At least there's at least one, and I believe that there's a few more cathedrals that are just they are designed. They're like churches or cathedrals that are like built out of bones. There's like, right, let me see. Yeah, okay. The one I'm thinking of is yeah, the one I'm thinking of is the Sedlec ossuary. Here, yeah, the one I'm thinking of is the Sedlec ossuary, which is in a in the Czech Republic, and it is said to contain the skeletons of between like at least 40,000 people. And if From Software knew it existed, they would absolutely base a level design some area. If FromSoft knew this place existed, they would absolutely base some area's design off of it. So it says, so Dark Souls 3 exists. Oh my god. Oh my. So they did do it. Dang, Dark Souls 3 is going to be Dang, Dark Souls 3 is going to be interesting time if I ever get to that that's what I ever get to that game for Dying for Life. So it says one of the first areas in the game is a whole church level. Also Bloodborne. Well, no, I know about the church area. No, I know about the church level, the church areas in I know about the church areas in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3. I mean, like half of half of Bloodborne's world design is a church. But I meant specifically like an area inspired by the Sedlec ossuary I mentioned, which is just an entire like chapel built out of skeletons. Halloween. I wonder if you can reserve a Halloween party in there. It'd probably be amazing. It'd probably be the perfect place. The perfect place to hold like a really creepy Halloween party. Damn it. The game no oh. The game knows that I'm gonna just run up. The game knows that I just run up to these things and attack them before they fully activate, so it's had them block. It's got them standing in front of that wall. Oh, let me try. Well, let me try going around here. Um. Gosh dang it. Normally I'd be happy to see these my rubies, but I can't hold it. Oh, Link does not like these statues. I saw Link's face after it I saw Link's expression change after Link's expression change after he saw all these after he put down the rupee, and he does not like these statues. So he says he's upset his wallet is big enough, as he should be. Like, it's of course the rupees are in different amounts, but they're all the same size. They're all the same size. The only difference between them is that indicates monetary value is the color. And well, he's got 294, so really he should be able to carry another rupee in there. Unless it's like maybe his wallet is so poor, or his wallet isn't rich. He's not rich enough to afford a wallet that can handle holding that much money. Yay. Hmm. Oh, okay, there's a door back here. I can just go back here. These pots here tell me that I'm dealing with some sort of thing. Oh, you know what? We were talking about what video games would work well in Lego, and I had said like Crash Bandicoot. You could make a version. You could make that just. You could make a Crash Bandicoot game, just animate it and have it look stylistically like Lego to make a Lego Crash Bandicoot. But now that I think about it, I mean, they just released like a 2D Zelda, but you could just do a 2D Zelda game and then put it in the the Lego visual style. I mean, a lot of the Link's Awakening remake and Echoes of Wisdom already give them kind of make the characters look a bit like toys or like toy figures. So yeah, you really could animate that to make it look like to make Zelda just look like Lego or model it. Actually, you know what? If Lego ever makes an original video game again, that's the idea they should do. Make a Zelda clone. That actually would be pretty fun. That does sound like it would be pretty fun. Ah, there you are, statue. Ah, hello. Hmm. You know what? Another idea. I brought up how like people have made like people online have made custom Lego sets for like Halo. Lego Halo. Still make it I'm not sure you could make it at FPS just because this guy's just kind of standing there looking at that statue. I don't want to disturb him. He looks like he's deep in thought. The I'm not sure you could make it third person, make it first person, because then it'd just be like a weirdly shaped hand taking up half of the screen. But gosh, now I'm imagining like Halo multiplayer with all the Halo multiplayer with all the same like the announcer voice. Just when the players die, they just break apart into pieces with that one sound effect. Oh, he doesn't like that I disturb. They don't like that I've disturbed their thought. That is a really cool. That is a really awesome design character. I want that. I want that guy as a suit. I want a miniature of this guy. I want to paint a miniature of this guy. Oh, I'm actually breaking off his armor as I hit him? That's actually a shit. That's actually a shame. His armor's really cool. That's a shame. His armor's really awesome. I actually don't like that. You know. Hmm. Damn. Oh, he has a second suit of armor underneath it. Well, don't throw away your awesome sword. Okay, well, you've got a second cool sword, so... Right, no. The fact that he's just willing to kick you away if you get too close. Well, you may have really good sword skills, but how do you deal with a bomb to the face? Oh, he can just dodge it. Ah, good. I see. Hmm. Damn. Ah, gosh. I guess it is pretty easy, clear to tell when Link's about to use an item, so... Damn. Okay, that's clearly not gonna work. Dang. But I bet you agree with my attacks there. Oh, he's still got his big boots from his armor set. I guess that explains. I mean, he is using them to kick me, so. Hmm. Darn. Gosh. I kind of wish I could. I wonder if I could pick up his armor and just throw it at him, but I feel like that's not a good idea. Damn. Hmm. Hmm. Now pick up both of his swords. I mean, look. I know you've got the Master Sword, and it's the it's the holy blade of all goodness. But you still got that other sword on you. So why not just start building a collection of swords? Oh wait, never mind. His sword disintegrated. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hope these have hearts in them. They took a lot of damage there. So I was saying, like, in some of the earlier streams, that like there are some parts of this that like there's some parts of this are like this game. Parts of this game are like parts from other Zelda games that show up in this game. Things that originate in this game or things that originate in older Zelda games that kind of clearly influenced like the FromSoft games. Like it was already good that they were influenced by 3D Zelda, but some things that made it very obvious. That was basically just a Dark Souls fight. Like that was every enemy encounter in Dark Souls. And honestly, I don't blame From Software for using that as being inspiration because that was one of the best boss fights in the game so far. All right, rise. And please don't attack me. Okay, I see. I have to just lead it around. Oh, okay, nice. Interesting. I thought the first one of those statues was going to come alive and attack me. I thought one of those statues in the first one was going to come to life and attack me. So I'm going to need to lead this statue all the way back down to the ground level in order to, yeah, lead this statue all the way back down to the the opening of the temple, so that I can, have it open that door. Wait, seriously? Who destroyed that pot I had sitting there? Wait, can this thing just destroy these barriers? It can! Oh, that's a nice... That's nice. Oh, I see. Okay, I have to... no, come on. Let go of that. There we go. Oh, well that... okay, so the statue isn't affected by electrical current, but I am. So better not step on that, or better not, better be careful when using that. Also, very glad that this statue is working with me. Yay, die, spiked wheel. Is this thing, is it going to be alive again, or... Okay, wait. Why not? Wow, this thing can just destroy all the traps. But if Link gets hit... Okay, but if Link gets hit, then he loses control over it. I see. Oh, damn. Yeah, okay, now I don't have to worry about that thing. Alright, so... Hey, nope. There. Gosh, that's right. I'm gonna have to make it walk forward. Let me hope that it can reach this far. Or not. Let me try grabbing... I can't grab one of those. I don't think there's anything I could... sit here. Maybe Link could just take one of the iron boots out of his inventory and just set it down there. Or no, there's... No. Oh, wait. There actually might be a way. No, okay, these pillars are immune to it. These pillars are immune to it, so how about... Can I pull this down? Nope. That too far away? That's too far away. Okay. Here, let me go back up here then. Maybe there's a pot, there's like a spare pot lying around. I can just... Yeah, there is a spare pot lying around. Okay. So now I just have to avoid getting hit by this. And also, I'm going to have to try to resist. I'm going to have Link try and resist his natural urge to destroy every single pot he sees. Yay. Well, now that's done. I can get out of here. So where did it drop? Okay, it dropped it over there. So I'm gonna have to lead it through the... I'm gonna have to lead it onto the scales. Okay. There. Hmm. No, that's about as low as it'll go. Oh, and great, the spiders are back. Yeah, the spiders are back, so... No? Really? Oh, I see. It won't move. No? Hmm. Maybe carry it. Okay, I probably need to find some more weight. Which means I can... oh, I see. Okay, I just need to go this way. Hmm. That means I have to go cross over where the spiders are. Cross back to where the spiders are. I don't like that. Let me try to move quickly. Quickly before the spiders try and get revenge on me. I guess. Yeah. Still not enough? How about now? Okay, that's enough. Well. Hmm. Well, he's kind of... Should have done that. I shouldn't have moved him that far. It can't move now. There. Come on. No. Dang it. I keep getting... I keep throwing it not the right angle. There, that's better. Alright, now come on. Should probably come up with a name for this thing. Should probably come up with the name of this thing so I stop calling it, well, thing. Wait, can I not? Well, it took Link's weight combined with all those things there to, like, move it. Hmm. Oh, gosh. Dang it. Well, I was talking about that that site where those sites where people will upload ideas for custom Lego sets. And when I there's a bunch of set ideas for Zelda for either Zelda areas or like Zelda. I wouldn't say vehicles. The only iconic Zelda vehicle I can think, the only iconic Zelda vehicle I can think of is maybe the motorcycle from Breath of the Wild, and that one mech someone made in Tears of the Kingdom. But there probably, yeah, it's probably quite a few like areas from Zelda that have been used for like people have used ideas for custom Lego sets. Dang it. Okay, we got about less than 30 minutes left in the night, so I'm gonna try to beat this temple before the end of the night. Yeah, I'm gonna try to beat this temple before the end of the night. Let me see if I can. There. Oh, there's a Poe up there. That's what I was hearing it. Well, I can't. Well, that thing's only got 4 legs, so that's not even really a spider. That's just a fake spider. Wait, these things only have 4 legs too. All these things are fake spiders. That's the one thing. That's the one thing worse than a real spider. That's the one thing worse than a real spider. Something that tries to act like it's a spider when it's not even. When it's not even really one. When it's not even one. It's not even one. Or it's not really even one. Hmm. Can I like? No. Hmm. Can it destroy any? Nope. Can't really destroy anything. Trying to think of how I could balance out the weight. There's not really. Hmm. Let me try searching another room. Maybe. Well, no. Link won't bring any. Yeah, Link won't bring any pots or any pots or any of the statues with him into another room. So he. Yeah, that won't work. Where'd my statue go? That statue? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So if I leave the room, it's going to... If I leave the room before taking out here, it's just going to return to this spot. Wait, can I just have you... Hold on. Can I just... It can't go over there, can it? I was about to say, can I just have it hop over this ledge, but no. It can't move over. Yeah, it can't hop over there. Hmm. Well. No. Okay. Let me try bringing... Yeah, going over here. Gotcha. Hmm. And let me try throwing it... I guess try throwing it over here. If I could get to those, like, little mini statues up there, that'd actually work pretty well. Hmm... No? Okay. Yeah, it took all these to match their weight. Thought... Oh, it took all these in Link's weight to match this thing, so I need to... But how's Link going to get back over here? Yeah, how is he going to get back over here when he... If I go over there? Oh, there's something up there. Okay, there's another one of these up there. I see. No, alright. Let me try to get a bit closer. How about... Still no. Well, let me just go over here then. How about now? Nope, still too far. Still too far away. Alright, how about now? Nope. Can't reach it. Oh, I can actually move these little things around. I didn't know that. So I can move these little ones in addition to the big one. Okay, let me move a little bit more. There. No. Come on. Damn it. Dang. This is exactly what I did earlier, but... Okay, how about... Yeah, this still won't be enough. I need to get up there. Is there a way I can get... No? I should be able to grab onto that, but none of the places I can... None of the places I could go to are... No, there's nowhere in this room that I can... That puts me close enough to where I can actually grab it. Oh, wait, hold on. I mentioned these small statues. I can move them off. If I can move them off of here, then yeah. Okay. So that's what I needed to do. I really should have thought about that, like, 20 minutes ago. Dang it. Now are you even... Oh, thank goodness. Finally. Okay, come on, you. Okay, come on. Down the stairs you go. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, what am I gonna have to deal with? Which room was this one? Oh, it was this... Okay, it was this room. Wait, can I... Okay, so I need to... Let me bring up the arrows again and try to... No. Got it. I wonder if the statue can actually break through these barriers. No, no, no. Okay, no. It can. Okay, good. Okay, and it broke through that one as well. No, right. So, no, all right. Oh, dang it, come on. There we go. Come on. That went a lot. I thought that was going to be a lot. That room specifically was going to be a bit tougher than I ever. I thought that room was going to be a bit tougher. It's a good thing that this thing can is a good thing. This thing can just break through these barriers and through that. After exploring so many of these dungeons and so many past lives, Link's getting to live out his dream and just breaking his way through all of these all the contraptions. Right. Okay, it's over there now. So wait. No, that moves it down. I think that moves it down. So let me go the other direction. Yes. Okay. All right. Time to take the elevator, or what counts for an elevator here. Or I guess I could just drop you over the side. You know what? I'm not sure it'll survive a fall from this high. I think I could just go down to the, I think I could just go down to the ground floor. Ah, oh, damn it, the spiders are back. But thankfully, I can just squash them now. Or not. Okay, now. Oh, wait, let me grab those arrows. Oh gosh, I have to destroy these every time I want to pass through this barrier. No. Ow. There, yay. Right. So yeah, it's like 950 already, but I'll go... Yeah, it's almost 950 already, but it's like, I'll go a little bit farther. Or I'll go past 10 a little bit just to beat this boss. To beat the next boss. Not to beat this thing. This is not a boss. At least I hope I don't have to fight this thing in a boss fight. I'd feel sad. Alright. Alright, Simplest, I will save. Okay. Gosh. Yeah, I'll go a bit farther and beat this boss in order to... And beat the next boss in order to, beat this temple. Oh. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, let me just try... Can I just hook shot over there? think so. Yep. And let me see. You know, since I now control this thing, how about we have a little statue fight? Well, that one. Okay, that just one of those. Just one hit from this will make it self-destruct. Gosh, if I was any of those Lizalfos and I saw this thing running up here to chase after because they thought they know Link is up here and they want to get him or they want to kill him, and then suddenly instead of Link coming down the stairs, they see this giant statue thing, I would start running. Can I just? There was one with the. Ah, never mind. Oh, that's right. In the room where the room with the electric fence, activated by spiders. That had a Poe in it, so I could have gotten that Poe. Now that I have this statue. Ah, well. Well, statue. A giant statue with even gianter hammer. Our journey comes to an end. Because you need to go. Because you need to go into this place right here next to your friend. I mean, I say friend, they could be eternal rivals. These two statues could secretly hate each other. Now, the real question is, what's Link gonna find in here? Because, I mean, I thought the Temple of Time housed the Master Sword, but we found it outside the Master... We found the Master Sword outside the Temple of Time. What's it gonna find here? Oh, gosh. Well, traps. Traps. That's the first thing. Traps. Oh, shoot. Lasers. Lasers as well. Things firing lasers. Link is not doing good on health right now. I could really do with some nice... Oh, gosh. Oh, it's another one of these damn things. Dang it. Oh, gosh, there's two of them. Alright. That almost looks like I could bomb that area, but I don't think so. Okay, just grab you. So, reminder, I'll be back. Since I wasn't able to start Brothership tonight, I'll be starting it on Saturday. With a longer stream. Very excited to play that game. I might even go... Well, I mean, it's definitely going to be 6 hours long. We'll see. I might even, go a bit longer, depending on how much fun I'm having with that game. Damn it. Alright. Shit! Well, good to know these things aren't... Yeah, good to know that these things are guillotine-proof. Now, how am I gonna get over there? I'll figure it out. Can I activate that from over here? Yes, I can. Although I had to kill that tiny statue in order to do it. Wait, throughout this entire temple, I've been counting giant spider after giant spider. Oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. I wanted to. I was gonna try to capture that fairy. Well, no revives for me. What I was about to say is that I've been encountering spiders, multiple kinds of spiders, throughout this entire area. I've also encountered a bunch of statues. So, the boss of this is either going to be an evil statue or a giant spider. I do not have the boss key. I went through this entire area, I never got the boss key. I need to find the boss key. Okay, so I might have to... Huh, looks like I'm not done in this place just yet. Hmm. I completely forgot about the boss key. I thought I would just... This just had such a natural path of, like, getting down here. I just didn't even think about it. Okay. I guess I better go find it. But... Damn it. Yeah, it's almost 10 p.m., and I don't know where the boss key is, so... Yeah, it's almost 10 p.m. I don't know where the boss key is, so I'll just have to... I'll have to call it here for the night, and then I'll go search for the boss key next stream. Yeah, next stream of the first stream of this next week, I'll have to find that boss key and beat the boss. So that'll be it for tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hearing me go start thank y'all for listening to me as I rambled about Legos. And is there any? And yeah, I'll be back again. I'll be back on Saturday is when I will start Mario and Luigi Brothership. Very excited to play that game. But who could we? Let me see who we could raid. Oh, Frizzly Bear is playing some Fortnite. We could raid Frizzly Bear. Zito's also live. Let's... You know what? We'll raid... Let's raid Frizzly Bear. Yeah. Alright. You have a good rest of y'all's night.